It is Nigeria's largest tertiary institutions in terms of student numbers. When the university took off in 1983, that was July 1983, the pioneering students then was 32,400 students. The university 2001, over 50 programs and 750 courses from certificates, diploma, and degree levels are being offered by the university. The university and employees in developing courses. It is also brings international programs for universities around the world. Though the university was suspended in 1984, it was resuscitated in April 2001 because of its tremendous role. The National Open University is designed to increase the access in a manner that is convenient to their circumstances. The university also caters for the continuous educational development of professionals such as teachers, engineers, politicians, self-employed, businessmen and women, including the youths, all designed to meet the changing needs in the educational system of the country. The National Open University of Nigeria does not provide lectures to students in normal. Presently, there are 32,400 pioneering students enrolled in the university. The university has about 1,500 staff and other support staff. It also offers 80 courses of study. 80 courses of studies are available at the Open University. This is the fourth graduation ceremony of the university, taking place here at the National Theatre Igomu in Lagos. Amongst those who have graduated from these universities include the former president, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, of 22, for them to be able to participate in the National Youth Service Corps. So the youths are also included so that they will not be at a disadvantage. You're watching live the graduation ceremony of the National Open University. I have with me here my colleague that will be running this commentary together, Jennifer Igwe. Jennifer.
The National Open University now some opt for National Open University, and for those who also work, it's an opportunity for them to do the long distance education after they've retired, who wants to still pursue education interest, go to the Open University. And it is popular worldwide because apart from Nigeria, in other parts of the world, Open University is one of the institutions that is respected because they do more of research in the way the institution is structured.
Thank you, Jennifer. Taking place here in Lagos. Director, natural sound, I beg. programs that we are doing else that are cooperative and people who get in.
Governing Council, in person of distinguished Senator Ame Ebute, Kogi State, Professor Olufemiro Jegede, and the visitor to the university, being represented by the Executive Secretary, Professor Olufemiro Jegede, is here representing the governor of Kogi State.
Executive Secretary.
The visitor to the university is actually the visitor to the university. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I crave your indulgence to remain standing for the national anthem to be followed by the now anthem.
University in our nation, and all the social justice, equity, equality, and national cohesion come to enrollment. Positive, cost effective, and good learning that has lifelong value to all we learn, for quality education and for all who seek
The visitor to the university, His Excellency Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, GCFR, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, represented by another distinctions, award medals, and other titles as the need arises. Article 6, Section 7 of the National Open University Act of 1983 stipulates that, subject to Section 4 of the Act, the Chancellor shall be the chairman at all meetings of convocation. When he is present and in his absence, the Vice Chancellor shall be the chairman to declare this convocation open.
of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, executive governors, members of the National Assembly, Your Highnesses, the Pro-chancellor, National Open University of Nigeria, visiting Pro-chancellors, visiting Vice-chancellors, members of the Senate, Executive Council, my lords, members of the beloved graduates, distinguished ladies and Assembly open as the fourth convocation of the National Open University of Nigeria, constituted with diplomas, degrees, and award of prizes.
Privilege to call upon the Pro-chancellor to deliver his address.
I'm President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. His Excellency Dr. Goodwill Jonathan DCFR, His Excellency Governors of the Federal States here present, distinguished Senators of the Federal Republic of Nigeria here present, Honorable Members of the National Assembly, I think he has any representation here, Permanent Secretary present, Executive Secretary of the National University Commission, our untiring Executive Secretary, Prince Julius, Vice Chancellors of other universities here present, now former Vice Chancellors, and now Secretary Professor Jegede, former Vice Chancellors here present, principal officers and members of Senate of now, distinguished honorary graduates, now graduates, international visitors, members of the press, and distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is with a warm sense of pleasure to the fourth convention of the National Open University of Nigeria. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you may wish to recall that it is exactly a year ago a privilege to be the chair was inaugurated by the federal government. The council was barely when the university conducted its third convocation ceremony in January 2014. By tomorrow, it will be exactly a year. Before I proceed further, permit me, the State Council, to express our appreciation to His Excellency President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Goodwill Council, for the opportunity given to us to oversee the affairs of this great, open, and distant of its kind in Nigeria and indeed the West African sub-region. I sincerely welcome the President and visitor to the university, Dr. Goodwill Jonathan GCFR, ably represented again by the Executive Secretary of NUC, Prince Julius Okoje, COH. We appreciate Your Excellency for honoring our ceremony today. This for us is a demonstration of love and commitment to the welfare and development of this university. We pray that the Almighty God continue to direct you and to uphold your administration. By the grace of God, the administration will be upheld on the 14th of February 2015. I congratulate you all on this occasion because you have persevered to the end. You have now earned. May I also congratulate our honorees, the immediate past Inspector General of Police, Mohammed D. Abubakar, CFR, and the late Dr. Amayo Stella Adadevoh, who gave up her life in the course of fighting the Ebola virus. The National Open University of Nigeria, having recognized your invaluable contributions to the safety, decided to appreciate you by conferring on you honorary degree of this university. Now appreciate your various contributions to the development of Nigeria and beyond. Dear Dr. Adadevoh of the blessed memory, the testimonies of your ultimate sacrifice you have paid. On behalf of the university, I congratulate you, Mohammed. Dear, I'm not tired, although we understand, unfortunately, will not be with us today because it's a national assignment. The present governing council of which I am privileged to chair was inaugurated on Thursday, 9th January 2014. I give God the glory for preserving our lives and for the opportunity to the development of our society through the National Open University of Nigeria. I am very delighted to say that the National Open in all ramifications. This happy situation, no doubt, is not unconnected with the passionate commitment of the federal government to the development, to commend the federal government for the strong commitment for the development of higher education through substantial budgetary allocations on allied support of educational development projects and support have in no small way allowed universities to achieve good measures of development in various ways. The National Open University of Nigeria, I am delighted to say, is leveraging on the conducive atmosphere provided by the federal government to pursue its goal. With the continued support of the federal university, it is just a matter of time before NAM becomes one of the best ODL institutions in the world. Before I go further, I would like to commend the university management under the leadership of Professor Vincent Adotelebe for ensuring a very cordial working relationship with the governing council. This, in no small way, has greatly helped in moving the university forward. May I say with confidence that it can only get better. The National Open University of Nigeria recorded commendable achievements in infrastructural development, student population, and academic as well as staff development in the last 1 year. The university will not rest on its oars, but it will continue to press 14-edge ICT projects that will make learning easier and exciting for our teaming students. The university will provide facilities for younger students who failed to get admission into conventional universities in the form of conventional teaching methods, such as electronic boards, to enable our students listen to their teachers and to ask questions. My one year experience in office and my attendance in June 2014 have convinced me beyond any reasonable doubt that a serious development of ICT infrastructure is a sine qua non to the development and existence of ODL institutions. University's record of achievement in the last 1 year in the address of our semester, I would like to conclude my address on a note of gratitude to the Almighty God for sparing our time to witness this important occasion. May I also appreciate our invited guests and others present who have found solution. I pray that people will find time to rejoice with us also. I do hereby appreciate your presence and wish you safe arrival.
May I invite, they have the privilege to call upon the Vice-Chancellor to deliver his address.
No, that's right. That's for country.
The visitor and President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, GCFR, ably represented by Professor Julius Peace, the governors of various states represented. Present here is the representative of the governor of Kogi State, Professor Jegede, the immediate past Vice Chancellor of the National Open University of Nigeria. Distinguished senators of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, here present, the House of Representatives, honorable members of House of Representatives of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, here present, honorable Minister of Education, honorable Minister of State Education, honorable ministers represented, former ministers of education, permanent secretary of education and other permanent secretaries of the federal ministries here present, Executive Secretary of the National Universities Commission, who is also representing the visitor this morning, distinguished members of the Governing Council of the National here present, Your Royal Highnesses, my Lords, spiritual and temporal, visiting Vice Chancellors, former Vice Chancellor of the National Open Vice Chancellors here present, principal officers and members of Senate Nigeria, visiting registrars of other universities, visiting provosts of colleges of education, visiting rectors of polytechnics and monotechnics in Nigeria, our distinguished honorary graduates, our distinguished non-graduates, international visitors. Particularly of notice is the representative of the President of African Council of Distance Education, Professor Rotimi, who is present here. Amen. Mr. President, having gone through this long list of people, on behalf of the entire university, sincerely apologize for the struggle you had to go through, or money exercise you had to go through before you came into this hall. That was necessary because we realized that some of you don't go to gym or do sports again in the morning. Push before you enter this hall. It's just a quick reminder of what your students go through when they are pushing into the lecture theaters and you are sitting comfortably at your office. So, on behalf of the National Open University of Nigeria, I want to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first representative of the visitor of this university who refused the policemen that were posted to him. But after this morning exercise, he said, I wish I did not send them away. So, Mr. President, you are welcome. I am highly excited and delighted that today we are witnessing our 4th convocation. And this is because this is our 4th convocation, because 4 is the letter, our 4 is the word that represents love, L-O-V-E. So, with love in my heart, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to our 4th convocation. And I promise you, this convocation is so unique and is going to bring the solution to Nigeria, because one of the solutions we need now is peace. And you cannot have peace unless you have love, that you did this morning. And I can see, despite the number of air conditioners we have here, more than 75% of you are sweating. It is good for your health. I also assure you that after this convocation, some of you who came here without love in your heart, you will go home with love. You are going to love your wives the more, and you are going to love your husband the more, and you are going to love your children the more, you are going to love your country the more, and you are going to love the world the more. This is what you will get from the National Open University of Nigeria. Of students who have struggled through our study. And I don't want to take away the show from them because they are the major actors today. But quickly permit me to let you know that we are happy to know that now the National Open University of Nigeria has maintained the tradition of having convocation annually. And we make sure, because we are the National Open University, having our convocation in the National Theatre here in Gamu, which is also the National Theatre of the National Open University of Nigeria, making us one of the first universities to set the pace for others. Let me quickly let you know that National Open University did not go to sleep. Because of that, we have some few achievements that we have attained after last year. And some of these achievements include the increment in our study centers. Our study centers have moved from over 50 last year, precisely 51, 52 last year. Now we have about 62 study centers. Apart from the 62 study centers that we have also gone ahead to ensure that all these study centers are well equipped and well manned. And that is why we have invited into our fold more numbers of professors who are also part of our team now, to make sure that we give quality education. Apart from that, the National Open University of Nigeria, in collaboration with other ICT companies, have tried to bring about and ensure that they get quality education. In the same vein, the National Open University of Nigeria is part of and is one of the very first universities to join the NGREN, which is a platform that will allow our students and staff to interact with students and staff of other institutions. This is a breakthrough in Nigeria educational system, and I know that my colleagues in other institutions are aware, and through the effort of the National Universities Commission, we have been able to come together to ensure quality collaboration. Also, part of our achievement is that we have been able to ensure that we continue our of Nigeria is one of the few or one of the most internationally connected units. So ladies and gentlemen, your attendance of this convocation this morning has automatically made you an international citizen. Ladies and gentlemen, not only this, I don't want to continue. The university has also ensured that we have effectively commenced the operation of the 2 new schools that have been approved. That is the School of Agricultural Sciences and the School of Health Sciences. Hitherto, these schools were housed in the School of Science and Technology, but now they are full-fledged schools and they have admitted students, and their courses are going on as independent schools. And of course, these schools are also part of the contribution to this morning's graduation. We have also started to ensure that we establish a quality assurance unit in the university, resource, OER, and it has a head and staff. These are some of the things that we are doing to ensure that we do not deviate from international best practices and the world. Ladies and gentlemen, of recent, we have also introduced what we call the mobile LMS, that is the mobile learning management, a generation that is ICT compliant. Made this one an app which our students and staff will, for no charge, installed in their mobile phones, and the NOUN logo will appear on your phone, and wherever you are, if you just tap it, you can do anything you want to do in the university, including registration, payment, interaction with your facilitator, your supervisor, even your colleagues in the class. Through that app, you will be connected anywhere you are in the world, either in your farm, in the hospital, and all. This, which has also been working with us, and I'm sure my staff and students, they know that through cooperation and collaboration with these partners in the private sector, we have been able in our system of delivery. Mr. President, sir, I want to, the webometric rating of universities placed the National Open University of Nigeria number 20 out of over 132 universities we have in Nigeria, and number 172 out of 1,306 universities that were assessed in Africa. These achievements and recognition from international and national bodies did not come but through the hard work and dedication in Nigeria, where we get our facilitators, our supervisors, and whose laboratories and farms and hospitals practical. Mr. President, may I use this opportunity to draw the attention of my to the need of open and distant learning. For the need to recognize open and distant learning. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now old-fashioned for you to assume that there is any course of study and that there is any profession that you cannot go into through open and distant learning. The world is moving fast, ladies and gentlemen, and Nigeria cannot afford to wait. We just have to get this technology. Some professions are so special that you cannot access them through open and distant learning. You will be left behind. you will become a laggard. And by the time you wake up, it will be too late. As I speak to you, there are people who are carrying out surgery online. There are people who are sitting here and controlling their colleagues who are there working in the moon. And very soon they will go to Mars. These are applications and practical that shows you that open and distance learning is the new technology. Ladies and gentlemen, you do not understand, but when you go to the book of knowledge, when you go to all the books that you believe in your faith and religion, and when you read first before you see. If you do not believe, you. It is amazing to know that some people say that if you do not see, you will not believe. When at first I have read in my own book of knowledge that blessed are those Nigerians, that even the most advanced universities in the world now, if you check your memory, you will think of the Oxford University, the Cambridge University, Harvard University, MTI in the USA. I tell you, go and find out. They are all going online. Deliver lecture. When you go there, you see them sitting in gardens, in corridors, in the comfort of their rooms, and they are interacting with their lecturers, with their colleagues, and action is going on. Nigeria is the hope of Africa. Nigeria is the hope of the black man. Do not say that unless you go into a conventional classroom, you will get education. I am saying this with all passion because Mr. President is represented this morning by the Executive Secretary of the National Universities Commission, my lecturer. He knows that what I am saying is true. And for all doubting Thomases in Nigeria who do not believe that if you come to Open University, you will not get quality education, if I am telling lies, you should contradict me here now. And if not, let all your lips be sealed hereafter. Ladies and gentlemen, we must be very grateful to the federal. There will never and there will never ever be enough funds for education. Even in the developed countries, they are still looking for funds. So let us utilize what we have to give quality education. The population in Nigeria is to people to give birth to children. But here, it is given to us free. There is no capital requirement in the whole world that is greater than the human capital. We have it. Upon that, we have been given a lot of resources. Why am I saying this, Mr. President? I am saying this because it is only through open and distant learning, and I had the Executive Secretary or the Registrar of JAM, 1.4 million candidates will write JAM this year. And I said to my mind, how many of them will get spaces in the university? Many of them will be qualified, but they cannot be admitted. What do we do with them? Send them to the Open University. The Open University can absorb all of them and even train them better than the conventional system. Because in the Open University skills, and by the time they spend 4 years acquiring skills and doing this business, I assure you when they graduate, they will become employers, not only of themselves, but of other teeming youths. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have to tell you that the problems of insecurity that we have today is because we have left our youth to idleness. So using the Open University, we can capture them. And we are here to tell you that we use the same curriculum, everything that is utilized by other universities. Mr. President represented here can tell you that. We have also told you to test our graduates. And I am using this opportunity to call on you and to let you know of the challenges that we have in Open University. The greatest challenge is that of advocacy. What we say we believe in, and I have earlier on told you that if you believe, you will see, cannot verify. That is why we are called open. We do everything open. We do not hide our words. Ladies and gentlemen, when I was in the primary school, And when we were getting to the end of the primary school class, we started learning how to write to you and write a love letter and see whether you can verify it. Let me tell you a letter that was written by one of the most intelligent boy in my class in the primary school to the girl that we chose as the most beautiful. But you see, women, with due apology to men, women are smarter than men. And I can tell you that women are smarter than men, because Professor Koje, that appears so tough, if you come to his house in the night and he's in the bedroom with his wife and somebody is knocking the door, the wife will tell him, go and see who is knocking. And he will walk, be safe. I tell you about the letter. You see, this boy wrote a letter to the girlfriend and say, darling, you are the best thing that happened to me in the world. I love you with all my life. In fact, people say 99% of my life. For me, you are 100%. And these are the words he wrote. Desert. And I will cross the thickest forest. I will climb the highest mountain just to be with you. And the girl was smiling when she was reading the letter. Then at the end of the letter, he wrote, I will see you on Saturday if it doesn't rain. And the boy did not realize why the girl was crying. The girl was crying because she was smarter than him. How could you swim across the deepest sea, desert, to be with somebody, and you can't see her because it will rain on Saturday? I will see you on Saturday if it doesn't rain. That is why, ladies and gentlemen, in Open University, we tell you the truth. We tell you we are giving you years for the first degree, but we allow you to go even up to 8 years or even 10. We tell you the truth. That is why among my graduates today, they are graduating. We have master's degree students here today who beat the 2 years or 18 months required, and they are graduating. At the same time, hanging around, they have spent 6 years, 8 years on a first degree course, they are still not graduated. Example is my boss who registered for law. He registered for law about 6 years ago and is yet to write one examination. Ladies and gentlemen, let me make an appeal. Our challenge in the Open University is not only that of funding, it is that of advocacy, academia, and especially the professionals in practical courses like engineering, science and technology, and law, to take a second look. All of us this morning, ladies and gentlemen, we are seated here wearing academic gowns, editions. They are not. We have copied it. I am here today is communicating to you in the... Is that part of our tradition? It is not. We have accepted it because with that we can go with the world. If you need to go with the world, you have to abide, you have to copy, you have to adapt, you have to collaborate. I am saying this because if we have adopted the system of education that was handed over to us by those who colonized us long ago, our system of education is modeled after that of the British, and nobody can contradict that. If we accept all the things, all the technologies, all the laboratory preparations, why do we selectively adopt some and frustrate our young youth and our citizens? I am calling on all professional bodies to have a second look and not unnecessarily frustrate or underdevelop Nigeria by frustrating the ambitions of our youth. I am calling on all of you. If in the United Kingdom, Open University trained students in health sciences and in law, if in India, Open University trained students in all professions including law, if in South Africa, Open University trained such students, and they go through the curriculum and they are accepted and they are allowed to compete with their colleagues, and they are called to the professional school so that they can compete. Why do we unnecessarily, and all of us are actors? When your time is up, just like when my time is up for this speech, I will take my seat. We will all leave the stage. My passionate appeal to our colleagues who are privileged to manage public institutions is to utilize your position to develop others. We are empowered to empower others. We are empowered to develop others. Not to I am saying this with all passion because I am so happy that the two gentlemen that managed Open University before I came on stage, they are here today and they are watching me. The very first Vice Chancellor in 1983, when it was NOU, is Professor Ojo. He is sitting there. Please, can you rise? Let them see you. You see? He is happy and fulfilled because he has handed a system. But ladies and gentlemen, he is not on the high stage now. He is there, watching. So what I am saying is, when you are given the privilege to handle public institution, use it for the public interest, not for your personal pride and to show that you are more than anybody. Open University is not a private university, and that is why we are doing the real thing that we are supposed to do according to law. I use this opportunity to beg you to develop this country, because unless you become our neighbors' keepers, we will not move this country forward. How do you become your neighbors' keepers? By ensuring that you don't frustrate the ambitions of our youth. By ensuring that you allow them to develop the capacity and what they want to do, and let them do. And that is when they will contribute physically and properly. I am speaking to all professions, but of particular note is to appeal to you, all of you, to appeal to the Legal Council on Education. Everybody wants to complain and give a problem. You say government, government, government. But who is the government? What is democracy? Is government of the people? Can't you help me complete the definition? It means that any of you could be in Asher Rock anytime from now. Why do you always say government? We are the one. I'm appealing to all of us to also take a look and know that our youths who are of NYC age, they deserve to go there because they have gone through all the rudiments and requirements for their education. They should not be frustrated. I am making this appeal as my contribution before I leave this program, either physically or online. I am speaking to the whole country. Do not think that it's government. Government do not have time to go through what you are asking for. It is you and I. And if we are able to do this, we will make sure that the educational aspiration of our youth will be met. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to me and for my passionate. I tell you that today we are presenting to you over 7,000 graduates of the National Open University of Nigeria. And I am happy to let you know that for the first time, out of 4 convocations, like I told you, convocation number 4 is very, very important. It's very, very sensitive. It's close to our hearts. And coincidentally, in this convocation, out of over 7,000 graduates that we are presenting, we have just 2 first class. We have a first class, and the course is BSc in Peace and Conflict Resolution. You see, I told you women are very smart. The registrar is whispering and interrupting me so much. I told you earlier that women are smarter than men. The first class and even the best graduating overall student is a lady. Mr. President, this is, I am telling you, men, you better wake up. But there is nothing you can do because this lady who became the best student and the first class is not only a lady, she is married. She's not only married, she has, I think, 5 children. Girls and studying and even making a first class from the School of Arts and Social Sciences. It is easier for you to make a first class in sciences or in energies and conflict resolution. Can you now see that we will have a candidate that we will send to the Northeast sub-region to go and bring about peace and conflict resolution? And I say, we have another first class, but this time, thank God, it's a man, although he's not the overall best. But this one is also unique because he has a first class in B.Ed Agric Education. That is also very good because I'm an agriculturist and I know that we need agriculture in this country. What is unique about this study from one of our community study centers? A community study center in Otukpo in Benue State. I am saying this. Well, the director just stood up. But the director who produced the best candidate, I think she's a woman. Where is she? Yeah. She's a member of council. You see, I am saying this and making emphasis on this so that Nigerians don't assume that you have to come to Lagos or Abuja or Benin or Enugu or Kaduna or is to take education to the doorsteps of Nigeria. And we are community study centers. I assure you, even if you want a BSc, an MSc, or a PhD, you can do it even in your village. And this gentleman who made the first class from Otukpo Community Study Center is also married and is managing his wife and children and also doing his work. I didn't hear the men clap. That is why I say women are smarter than you. Mr. President, we are really very good. The first is the former Inspector General of Police, Mohammed D. Abubakar, who we have given the Doctor of Letters, Honorary Causa. But unfortunately, he is now here in accordance with KEFI declaration. Give honorary degrees to people who are alive and with. So we are not going to be able to confer that degree on him this morning, but I want to inform you that whenever he is ready and for any other convocation, that this university will be honorary degree as long as he's alive. The next candidate. Okay. The next candidate is our own dear beloved Dr. Ameyo Stella Adadevoh, as mentioned in the speech of the President of Nigerians and indeed citizens all over the world. We are giving her this posthumous Doctor of Science honorary causa because you know what this lady did for Nigeria. It also confirmed the fact that ladies are smarter than men. I am sure if it were a man, he would have run away instead of arresting that man who tried to spread Ebola in Nigeria. And I went through a little history, and they say you are a good man. You will transfer your goodness to the first and second and third, fourth, and even last of your generations. In science, we call it genetics. I know some of you in arts and social sciences, you will not understand that. I read the history of this lady, and I discovered that our own dear hero, Herbert Macaulay, this lady is a great-granddaughter of Herbert Macaulay. Herbert Macaulay was a national sacrifice flows through the blood. I call on you, ladies and gentlemen, this morning, because this is our convocation of love. Make sure you take love home. Make sure you have love in your heart so that we can develop our country. Before I conclude, ladies and gentlemen, let me let you know that I advise my vice-chancellors, especially those who are males, make sure that you appoint a lady as your registrar, because if you do, you will always succeed. She has just mentioned to me, we are graduating some students again from the Nigerian prisons. Last year we have 3, and 2 of them We are graduating the Kiri prisons, while one is coming from the Enugu prisons. This is another way to let you know that the Open University is a specialized university. It is the only university that can go through the prison walls. If you don't believe me, I challenge the Ahmadu Bello University, University of Ibadan, University of Lagos. Try to go to Kirikiri and you will not come out. I know the vice chancellors are here, are all represented. If you don't believe me, go there, you will not come out. But I have been there several times, my facilitators have been there, and we are out. That is why we are special. I want to thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your cooperation. I want to thank Mr. President, Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. Despite the exigencies of his office, he still has a listening ear to the educational sector. He still has a listening ear, because I watched this gentleman when first he came in office. He went campaigning, not the campaigning he's doing now, the first campaign to sustain the project of Open University. Despite the paucity of funds, he is still able to sustain the program of Almajiri education. Despite the paucity of funds, he is still carrying on with nomadic education. These are all ways that we can ensure that, to particularly thank my colleagues, vice chancellors, rectors and provosts of institutions, their staff and students, for allowing us to utilize their staff and facilities in order to ensure that our students gain meaningful education. I do not have the time to tell you how we go about giving practicals to our students or how we ensure that they get quality education across materials. Without your cooperation, we will not be able to write examinations. Without your cooperation, we will not be able to carry out exams in other places where we need to ensure that our students get that requirement like other students of other universities so that they get quality education. Above all, let me thank the staff and students and the management and governing council of the National Open Day. Above all, we must all thank the Almighty that has sustained us. So for this and so many other things that God has done for us, I say thank you, Lord, for everything that you have done. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Is the increment in the study centers from 54 to 62 study centers across the country. He said the centers are now well equipped and well manned. To ensure that students study at ease. It has also taken time to interact and make sure that students study at their own comfort. Jennifer.
Now, the Open University has always been a world leader because of its research style and use of technology. Today, the Vice Chancellor of the North collaborations to boost the use of technology and ICT in study, especially now that they have expanded from 51 to 52 last year to 62 study centers. Now, the mobile learning management system he also talked about is really a new and good innovation. He says it's a free learning app that will ensure students get quality mobile learning anywhere and flexibility.
Thank you very much, Jennifer, for that contribution. We also spoke about the need to continue to empower others who are trained, also to always learn to train others.
Thank you.
I am Professor Twain Kolo from IBB University, Deputy Vice Chancellor. Please accept our warmest congratulations.
Thank you, IBB University.
Thank you. This is MGM Kolo, Federal University of Technology, Mina, representing my VC. Congratulations.
Thank you, Federal University of Technology, Mina.
I'm Professor Raouf Adadevoh, Director, Nigeria Postgraduate Village, Valedictory. Félicitations, félicitations, félicitations.
Merci beaucoup, merci beaucoup, merci.
I'm Professor Bayo Okmali. I'm representing the Vice Chancellor of the University of Convocation.
Thank you, University of Ibadan.
We realized then that we still had a lot of job to perform to make the institution stronger and to get it into not disappointed. But we are grateful to Almighty God for the occasion of today. Say with me, NON now.
NON now.
NON now.
NON now.
NON now.
NON now. Thank you, Professor Ojo. University. Thank you.
Panajai University.
Thank you.
I'm Dr. Sugar&spice, representing the Europe.
Thank you, Honorable Minister of Science and Technology.
Professor Efeba Indoka, Deputy Vice Chancellor Administration, representing the Vice Chancellor of the University of Port Harcourt.
Thank you, University of Port Harcourt.
Professor Manuel, Registrar, University of Ilorin, representing the Vice Chancellor of the University of Ilorin.
Thank you, University of Ilorin.
Professional University, congratulations.
Thank you, Nigerian University.
Dr. Adadevoh, University of Ilorin, Cape State University of South and representing my Professor B.S. Malani. Thank you.
Thank you, Cape State University.
I'm Dr. Shibanjo, representing the PKI of Covenant University. Congratulations.
Thank you, Covenant University.
I am Professor Emmanuel Campbell, representing the Vice Chancellor University of Maiduguri. We are waiting for that candidate to get accommodation from him.
Thank you, University of Maiduguri. Automatic enrollment for our first class Goodwill.
Professor Nubi Agubo, Vice Chancellor of Central State University. Congratulations. It's a pleasure to be here this morning.
Thank you, Professor Nubi Agubo. Thank you, a lot of other universities.
The Institute of Science, Federal representing the Vice Chancellor of Professor C.C. Asabaka. Thank you.
Thank you, Federal University of Technology.
Professor Ike Adadevoh, Dean, School of Postgraduate Studies, representing the Vice Chancellor, Professor Joseph Adadevoh, Adadevoh University.
Professor representing the Vice Chancellor of the very first private University of Technology in Nigeria, Professor Adadevoh, Bell's University of Technology.
Thank you very much.
Professor from the University of Nigeria, representing the Vice Chancellor, Professor B.C. Ozino.
Welcome, University of Nigeria. Thank you.
It is following of Rahman Ibrahim, Vice Chancellor of the University, Bosu. You can see my look. Professor Basi Idrigogo, Deputy Vice Chancellor of the University of Calabar, representing my Vice Chancellor. Thank you.
Thank you, University of Calabar.
Professor Y.L. Loftin, Director of Academic Planning, University of Jos, representing University of Jos. Congratulations.
Thank you, University of Jos.
Representing my Vice Chancellor. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Yusuf Deraja, University of Science and Technology, representing the Vice Chancellor. Congratulations. Thank you, University of Science and Technology.
Professor E.B. Anas, BBC,
Zaria. Congratulations.
Thank you, Adadevoh University, Zaria.
Professor Charles David Joshua, Vice-Chancellor, Adadevoh State University, Mubi. I want education to remember us in Mubi because we are not back on campus because of the insurgency. So we solicit for your support and assistance so that we can settle down because we talk about peace. Thank you.
Thank you. We will send you our guidance and coming your way. We will solve your problem.
Professor Victor Junior, Delta State University. Congratulations.
Thank you, Delta State University. Professor Mohammed Kabir Farouk, Vice Chancellor, Federal University, Kashmir. Congratulations.
Thank you, Federal University, Kashmir.
Thank you. Professor Garba Azari, representing Professor Abubakar Rashid, Vice Chancellor, Bayero University, Kano. A very good friend of now. Thank you, sir. Congratulations.
Thank you, Bayero University, Kano. Professor representing the Vice Chancellor of the Institute of Industrial Science and Technology. Congratulations.
Representing the National University. Thank you, National.
Professor Shukran, Dean of Education, University of Lagos, representing the Vice Chancellor. Congratulations.
Thank you, Professor University of Lagos.
Professor Nkem Chichejo from Sterling University, Kogi State, and representing the Vice Chancellor.
The National Theatre here in Igomu, Lagos. What we are witnessing right now is the goodwill messages from other universities. Earlier, they told us that 7,000 students are graduating at this occasion. The first set of first-class graduates, two. One from the Arts and Social Sciences, Peace and Conflicts, and the other first class is from the B.Ed in Agric Education. Jennifer.
Now, it's a good thing that the National Open University of Nigeria is working well with other universities in the country. The goodwill messages from these institutions is a clear indication of that, because it's very crucial for the acceptability of the program. The Open University is popular in other parts of the world, but it's new. It's relatively new in Nigeria, and is also fast gaining recognition because, like what the VC said, from 51 to 52 centers last year, they've expanded to 62, and now they have over 7,000 students graduating today.
Africa. Some of the challenges that the Vice Chancellor talked about: discrimination, funding, and acceptability. We now go back to the event where we are having the goodwill messages.
Thank you very much. My name is Rinkia Adadevoh. I'm here representing the Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much.
Huh? Somebody's calling me. Yes, sir.
Fourth convocation ceremony of the National Open University taking place here in Lagos, Igomu. Two people will be given the honorary award today. The first person is the former Adadevoh, the doctor that died while giving his life. Okay, this is one of the popular artists.
I
you are told them. As you are told them. He is a master student in this university. I am congratulations, sir. Yes.
My name is Rahma Hassan. I'm an actress.
Thank you, Rahma, an actress in Kano.
My name is Sami Benja, but we call me Al-Haji. Thank you.
Thank you, Sami Benja. You're welcome.
My name is Francis Duru. I am an ambassador. Congratulations, sir.
My name is Okay Zugu. I'm a filmmaker, an ambassador as well.
Thank you, okay, you're welcome. Mr. President, sir, all these ambassadors, they are students of the National Open University, and they are doing various postgraduate programs. And you know they are our stars. They are our ambassadors. Thank you, ambassadors, for coming. Thank you very much.
Of the National Open University. Jennifer, tell us the relationship between National Open University and the
theater for the National Open University, and they organize a lot of, and I'm not surprised that Nollywood is actively involved in what they are doing, and many of them have already enrolled.
Yes, one of the new things that the National Open University has introduced is the introduction of the mobile learning management system. This is a system which has an app application. You can be installed on the.
Courage is the most important of all virtues, because without courage, you can. The National Open University of Nigeria is pleased to honor and pay tribute to one of the finest physicians Nigeria has ever produced at its 4th convocation ceremony. Dr. Amayo Stella Ifeyinwa Olubumi Adadevoh was a woman, a patriot par excellence, and the nation's miracle. The National Open University of Nigeria is equally delivered award on this exceptional, compassionate, patriotic and deserving Nigerian. Dr. Amayo Stella Adadevoh was born in 1956 to the family of late Professor Babatunde Kwaku Adadevoh, an accomplished physician and former Vice-Chancellor of the University of Lagos. Born into royalty and with nationalistic pedigree, Wilkie families of Lagos and Deborah Regina McIntosh of the Nnamdi Azikiwe family. Her parentage points to the academic excellence and nationalistic trait that characterized her life and career. Dr. Amayo Stella Adadevoh had a primary education in Lagos, Nigeria, and in Boston, Massachusetts, United States of America between 1961 and 1967. She attended Queen's School, Ibadan, from 1968 to 1974, where she finished with a distinction. By the age of 24, she began a medical career with a residency at the Lagos University Teaching Hospital from 1980 to 1981. In 1991, she was awarded a British Council Fellowship to pursue a postgraduate course in endocrinology in the United Kingdom. And in 1992, she was admitted into the West African College of Physicians and Surgeons, before joining First Consultants Medical Center in Lagos, Nigeria in 1993, where she rose to the rank of consultant physician and endocrinologist. She was a member of several professional bodies. She also served as a physician advisor to the board of Pfizer and as a non-executive director of GEM, an embodiment of greatness, who excelled in her chosen discipline of medicine. For 21 years, this quiet but powerful nationalist provided selfless service to humanity. Her nationalistic pedigree endowed her with courage and passion for country that displayed in the heroic nation from a national disaster. For this, she paid the supreme sacrifice that has crowned her legacy as an exemplary leader, heroine,
known more in death than in life. A devoted wife and mother, she was married to Mr. Afolabi Kadaso, and a successful entrepreneur in his own right, and is present here with us today to receive this posthumous award on behalf of his mother. The visitors, sir, distinguished guests of honor, ladies and gentlemen, on 18th August 2014, the nation lost a woman of valor and a jewel of inestimable value. In recognition and celebration of exemplary leadership, unparalleled dedication and commitment to the Hippocratic Oath, this Amazon, this heroine of our time, Dr. Mayor Stella Adadevoh, is being honored today with a posthumous award of the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa. It is now my pleasure to invite Mr. Kardasio, son of late Dr. Stella Adadevoh.
By the authority conferred on me by the Senate of the National Degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa of the National Open University of Nigeria.
Degree, the only son of Dr. Amayo Stella Adadevoh, a doctor that paid the supreme price for all Nigerians by not allowing the Liberian to spread the Ebola virus.
May I call on Mr.
The forthcoming.
Thank you. Your distinguished ladies and gentlemen, thank you for inviting me to the fourth convocation ceremony today. I'm honored to accept this honorary degree on behalf of my mother, Dr. Amayo Stella Adadevoh. My mother valued education very highly, so I'm sure she was often training, she was actively involved in training medical doctors at Luther University, where she studied, and in her hospital, amongst other places. I would also like to congratulate some graduates who are graduating today. May you all set the world alight. God bless, and on behalf of my mother and of my family, I want to thank you once more.
I would like to call on
Stella Adadevoh, who has been given the posthumous honorary degree of Doctor of Science. The program is still the fourth convocation of the National Open University. 7,000 students are graduating today. Two of them are finished with the first class, one in the arts. Jennifer.
It's important to note and emphasize that one of the first class recipients today is a woman. She is also the best overall graduating student, a mother, a wife, and she has done exceptionally well.
Thank you, Jennifer. I know you'll be glad to say that. Mandate of the National Open University actually is to take education to the doorsteps of Nigerians. We now go back to the venue of the ceremony now.
We rise and we confer the degrees on them, and all graduating postgraduate candidates will also rise. We will confer the degrees on them. So what we will do now is to allow the deans come up here and tell us the courses that they are presenting. They are graduates, and they are all going to rise together. So we come on the first dean. Yes.
All graduates for the award of Bachelor of Science degrees in the following disciplines in the School of Arts and Social Sciences should please stand up and remain standing. BSc Criminology and Security Studies, BSc Peace Studies and Conflict Resolution, BSc Mass Communication, BA English, BA French and International Studies, and BA Christian Theology.
all graduates for the award of Bachelor of Arts standing. BA Ed, Early Childhood Education, BA Ed, English, BA Ed, Primary Education, BSc Ed, Biology, BSc Ed, Chemistry, BSc Ed, Integrated Science, BSc Ed, Computer Science, BSc Ed, Physics, BSc Ed, Mathematics, and BA Ed, French.
All graduates for the award of Bachelor of Nursing Science degree in the Nursing Science program to please stand up and remain standing. For whom I stand proxy, who are found worthy both in character and learning to be awarded the Bachelor of Science degree in the Nursing Science program.
All graduates for the award-winning discipline should stand up and remain standing. BSc Tourism Studies, BSc Cooperative Management, BSc Hotel and Catering Management, and then BSc Entrepreneurial and Business Studies.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, all graduates for the award of Bachelor of Stand up and remain standing.
By the authority conferred on me by the Senate of the National Open University of Nigeria, I confer the degree as mentioned from the Please be seated.
May I invite the Dean, School of Postgraduate Studies, to present the graduates of the school.
All graduates for the award of postgraduate diplomas and master's degrees should please stand up and remain standing in the following order. And complete resolution. Postgraduate diploma in journalism, postgraduate diploma in human resource management, postgraduate diploma in financial management, postgraduate diploma in education and management, postgraduate diploma in information technology, postgraduate diploma in mobile wireless communication technology, postgraduate diploma in digital communication, postgraduate diploma in agricultural extension and management, postgraduate diploma in business administration, postgraduate diploma in public administration, postgraduate diploma in cooperative management, Master of Science, Peace Studies and Conflict Resolution, Master of Science, HIV/AIDS Education and Management, Master of Science, Mass Communication, Master of Business
at the National Theatre here in Lagos. Right now, what you are witnessing is the award of certificates and diplomas to bachelor degrees, postgraduate diplomas, and master's degrees. They are being called to for recognition now, and about 7,000 students are graduating today, to finishing with first class from Maiduguri. The university is also collaborating with and outside the country, and also it will interest you to know that the university has commenced 2 new schools in agricultural science. We now go back to the venue of the ceremony. was established first in 1983 before 2001. Right now, the number of students is about 32,700 with over 50 programs and 750 courses from certificate, diploma, and degree levels are being offered by the university. Jennifer.
These graduating students have all benefited from the unique style of delivering long distance education of the school. What they do basically is that you can study at home wherever you are, reading and watching or listening to materials, doing activities and assignments with regular support from your tutor. Now, the university's method allowed for study anywhere, and you can hear the Vice Chancellor today talking about a new app that they are introducing. We're going back to the ceremony now.
In my house, I have a video CCTV. I can see those who are at my door. I also have intercom. I can also address those who are at the gate. At least I'm comfortable enough to keep such people there. So, and unfortunately for you, my wife is sitting in the crowd, so you will not visit my house again. I certainly don't look like Mr. President Ebele Jonathan. Since we're in the season of love, because we have spent so much time, I want to stand on the existing protocol. An address by His Excellency, Dr. Goodluck Ebele, Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and visitor to the National Open University of Nigeria at the 4th Convocation ceremony on Saturday, 17th January 2015. It is my pleasure to be here today to witness the fourth convocation ceremony. Is by no means a small achievement, considering the challenges that confront universities with this mode of learning. I'm glad to note that the National Open University is on a study course, and its progress is heartwarming. Open and distance education, I can confidently say, has definitely become an integral part of Nigeria's educational system. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the National Open University of Nigeria, an ODI university, was established by federal government to provide improved access to many eligible candidates who are constrained by the limited spaces in our conventional universities. At the moment, the conventional universities can only admit constitutes about 10% of total student enrollment in the Nigerian university system. I'm glad to note that now it's fulfilling its mandate, and higher education is being revolutionized through open and distance education. The landmark achievement of the National Open University of Nigeria at home and abroad underscore the vision of the federal government and its determination to address the challenges posed by inadequate access to quality university education in Nigeria. In no distant future, now will attain the status of the equivalent of that. Education occupies a unique place in the transformation agenda of this administration. There's support to further enhance its performance. I wish to emphasize that education underpins all efforts towards national development, be it social, economic, and political. The battle against corruption, insurgency, and all forms of social vices, which this government is poised to win, will be made easier if everyone is educated. Religious and ethnic strifes and intolerance will be reduced to its barest minimum if we all embrace education and are all better informed. The attainment of 60%, Nigeria has adopted an open and distant education Nigeria has adopted the open and distant education mode as a veritable tool for achieving its developmental goals and objectives. The National Policy on Education provides for lifelong learning through distance education, and this administration admits. It is gratifying to note that NOW continues to record successes at local and international levels. In expanding access to higher education and making it affordable, NOW is steadily blazing a trail and complementing the efforts of the 12 new federal universities and the many private universities established by and licensed by this administration in the past 4 years. As a pioneer ODL university in Nigeria, and indeed in West Africa sub-region, the university has created a niche for itself in the national space in particular. My administration is pleased to note that NOW is operating with a strong consciousness that guarantees success as a frontline ODL institution. This administration also notes that there is still a lot of work to be done. While government will continue to provide the needed support for academic development, with the downturn in global economies, it has become imperative to look inwards and be more creative in our approach to the management and administration of higher education. Nigerian universities must become more responsive to the issues and challenges of the day. These challenges include climate change, security, and the economy. They must also seek to particularly actively 19 World Bank Centers of Excellence projects in Africa. It is my expectation that this convocation address will serve as a wake-up call to all stakeholders in the education sector, and indeed all those who build institutions as well as partner with the government in other sectors of the economy. Initiative of the Presidential Scholarship Scheme for Innovation and Development, PRESID, to develop a critical mass of knowledgeable individuals who will lead Nigeria on a path to innovation and true progress, with the benefit of education and the best practices learned from the top 25 universities of the world. Funding to universities has also improved significantly with the injection of funds from the Tertiary Education Trust Fund for staff development, research, infrastructural development, and rehabilitation. Recently, government commissioned the needs assessment exercise through the TEF fund, the university system. This has resulted in the approval of the 1.3 trillion naira to address the needs of the public universities in the next 5 years. These public universities have received already 200 billion naira in the first instance and will receive the sum of 220 billion naira yearly over the next 5 years. It is important to mention that now my administration, through the National Universities Commission, established a Nigerian Research and Education Network, NGREN, to provide state-of-the-art, high-speed, efficient, and affordable network infrastructure that will service the needs of the university system. It will provide innovative research facilities, communication and laboratory e-learning platform that NOW and other universities can benefit from of quality university education. New programs also have been established by the NUC, which I think NOW can benefit from. Let me now congratulate today's graduates and have successfully met the requirements of the university for graduation. Because they have been found worthy in character and learning, we have come here today to celebrate with them, confident that they will contribute substantially to the growth and development of our beloved honorary graduates. Dr. Ameyo Stella Adadevoh. She was chosen for the of lives and property of our citizens. Dr. Ameyo Stella Adadevoh, who has passed on, supreme sacrifice she paid to serve our beloved country, Nigeria, and by implication the world at large, from the Ebola virus disease epidemic. While this honorary degree is awarded posthumously to Dr. Ameyo Adadevoh, she was a true pedigree of her great-grandfather, Dr. Herbert Macaulay, the founding father and hero of this great nation. May her gentle soul rest in perfect peace. Amen. I congratulate the Governing Council, the Vice Chancellor and Senate, members of staff of NOUN for faithfully pursuing the objectives for which this university was established. The graduates of today are proof of your hard work, dedication, and commitment to moving Nigeria forward. I strongly urge you to keep the flag flying. You must continue to give quality education the prime of place in your operations. Your graduates will compete with those of conventional institutions in a way is to ensure that you produce globally competitive graduates that have the necessary skills. Once again, dear graduates, let me emphasize that the National Open University of Nigeria has given you a strong platform to launch out, excel, become self-reliant entrepreneurs, and more importantly, agents of positive change for the progress of this great nation. I wish you well in your future endeavor. I wish to thank all our development partners at international and local levels, and congratulate the parents and guardians of these graduates as a reminder of our contribution to human development and nation building. Good luck to now.
Deserving graduating students for the 2015 session in the following order: Alhaji Shehu Shagari Prize for the overall best graduating student in the university, Antonia H. Okoye. First class. Shegun Obasanjo GCFR Prize. Just a minute.
Where is it? No. When we call her, she takes the right letter and give her congratulatory speech. And then we call her. Thank you, our best graduate from Nigeria. She is going to receive her prize and at the same time give the valedictory speech to come along. So may I invite Mrs. Antonia Okoye, who is at the same time receiving the Alhaji Shehu Shagari Prize for the overall best graduating student in the university. Congratulations. She's not only for sad, but she's very grateful. I am seeing her for the first time.
Let me hold it. Mr. Vice Chancellor, distinguished dignitaries and esteemed staff of NOUN, fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols here today, and I feel highly privileged to address you all on behalf of all the 2014 graduating students of the National Open University of Nigeria, NOUN. I must first acknowledge and give thanks to God for making it possible for every one of us to be here today to witness this great and historic honor in 2002. This is the first time we are recording first-class honors. This testifies to the vision of NOUN as the foremost university providing highly accessible and enhanced quality education anchored by social justice, equity, across all barriers is catching on. My fellow brothers and many before us. For this, I wish on behalf of my fellow graduates to express our deep gratitude to the custodians, stakeholders, and executors of this vision. Thank you for making this happen for us. When I found on 11, I knew from start that it wasn't going to be an easy task, given the backdrop that I had had a long break away from study, and more so, task to take care of at the time, and now 5, and my husband to love alongside my studies. Knowledge this, and I found light in how to organize and balance my schedules as a student, wife, and mother, friend, but I do not age and the study given to us as part of our course materials as freshmen in the institution. I was able to define my academic goals from start and how to strategically and systematically attain them. These and other motivational voices, particularly those I heard from the pulpit in church on Sundays, fired me on. My pastor will always say, and I quote, "You can never recover from a good start. When you start well, you finish strong." Quotes closed. My fellow graduates, my heart is full of joy, and I'm excited and elated. I believe you all feel the same way too, because today we have achieved something. However, we must not gloss over this achievement for too long. This is only a milestone, and there are many more ahead. It is time to start setting higher goals, dreaming new dreams, and start making plans and working towards attaining those goals and dreams. A phrase from a CNN advert I had recently says, "At large." Ladies and gentlemen, before I bring my speech to a close, I would like to appreciate my family, friends, and the administrative staff of NOUN who say to Abuja Study Center for their love and their kind support in the course of my study. I will leave us with a word of wisdom from the book of Proverbs 16 and verses 3.
Thank you. I want to announce a policy adjustment in the policy of National Open University. It is our policy that we do not employ first-degree graduates into our academic fold. You have to have in mind all our first-class graduates are employed into our academic fold, and this employment is automatic. This is not of the university, so it is not a joke. So I stand on the authority of the visitor and the President, Commander-in-Chief of Armed Forces to announce this policy change. By this announcement, our first-class graduates who wish to join us in academics, they are now our staff. Thank you.
Continue with the award of prizes to the deserving graduates. Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, GCFR, prize for the best graduating student in the School of Science and Technology. Stella M. Ogmoshe Yimi.
So all prize winners, please come and line up. You know enroll yourselves, you are prize winners. Please come and line up so that you collect your prizes. All prize winners from the various schools, please come and line up so that we make it fast. As they announce your name, you receive.
Professor Vincent Adotinebe Prize for the Best Graduating Student in Entrepreneurial and Business Management, Babatunde K. Adadevoh. Professor Olugem Rodegede Prize for the Best Graduating Student in BSc Biology, Olusegun A.
The National Theatre Igomu, Lagos. Right, the students that have excelled in their different studies. Jennifer, it's over to you.
It's important for us to note the history of the institution. It was born in the 1960s during the white heat of technology era. Now, the Open University was founded on the belief that communications technology could bring high quality degree level learning to people who had not had the opportunity to attend campus university. It's a good opportunity to engage young Nigerians and give them education that is compared to any other anywhere. Today have benefited from this program. They've received quality education, most of them through long distance. They've worked, and those who have given them directions, and the VC has also announced the policy change that first class students from the institution will get automatic employment from the Open National University.
Yeah, thank you, Jennifer. It's also important to note that youths can also take part in this distance learning education. That is, if you are below 30 years, the university has graduation to take part in the National Youth Service Corps, which the Vice-Chancellor announced here today. And he called, right now, the university is ranked 20 among the universities in Nigeria and 172 in Africa. The courses, the study centers has also increased. It's important to know that one of the best students today, that is the second first class community in Makurdi. So the mandate, like the Vice Chancellor said, is to bring qualitative education to the doorsteps of every Nigerian student. Jennifer.
Now, taking education to you, a good example is the first class student who studied in the community center in Otukpo. Now, it shows how accessible and flexible the National Open Education structure is. Now, the VC also said that the mobile learning management system, and it's something that will help boost education in Nigeria, and it's one of the unique achievements of the National Open University.
Yeah, talking about some of the challenges that the Vice Chancellor talked about, it has to be do with advocacy, funding, and acceptability. He also mentioned discrimination, and any of the students of any university in this country or in the world. So there is no need for discrimination against them, and that there is need for the society to accept them, because
for the best graduating student in law, Ayobami M. Akinpelu, for all the best graduating students in each of the university programs. So all the best graduating students in each program should come.
Ladies and gentlemen, I can see that the Vice Chancellor is a very good director. We're about to alter some of the part of the program to accommodate the live broadcast. For me, I think we are here because of the students. I would have let that go, but to be able to inform the president I was there, there's no other way. Seeing is believing, isn't it? And photographs online. I must say that today, only this morning I was watching Mama G. And she was telling me, I'm coming, I'm getting late. I said, don't worry. Matters were arriving Cancun in Mexico. The driver was asking me, say, you're from Nigeria? I said, yes, sir. I like Nollywood. So you can see that we're also making friends abroad. But let me quickly say this. NUC is trying to regulate effectively the programs in now. But I must say that Professor Tena only yesterday told me that they don't employ graduates of noun. And I said, look, good, if you say your degrees are as good as the conventional university degrees, so we are using a system to feed you. How can you explain that to anybody? That you have first-class honor graduates and you don't employ them? So I will encourage him, but they cannot come on the press yet. Let me find out what we do. For the law program, let us be very careful about that, because I'm trying to convince my colleague at the Council of Legal Education to see what we can do about it. We will do something about it. So which means that for those who work and go to work, that's one of the very important programs they should engage in. And I must say that I'm particularly pleased that now has come of age. 4 years ago we had some problems, but I think we are on course now. We're on course now. But because this man is so sharp-tongued, I know how where I'm going to. All programs are now denied. They are now denied, which would mean that you have to go for reaccreditation. Don't I have power to do that? I'm not speaking at the president, I'm speaking at the ears of NUC. Let me congratulate everybody for coming, and I must say that parents and the wards, development partners, local and international, now has come to stay. God bless.
Mr. Vice Chancellor, sir, may I invite you to declare the convocation ceremony closed.
Thank you, Mr. President. I hereby declare this convocation ceremony closed.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, shall we all rise for the now anthem first, to be followed by the national anthem.
The Vice-Chancellor of the National Open University of Nigeria, Professor Vincent Adadevoh, has been commended for what he has done for the school, and
well, thank you very much for watching live the transmission of the fourth convocation of the National Open University. Thanks for staying with us. Bye for now.